Welcome back to the Sacramento Beekeeper channel. We are in Clements, California, and this is the agricultural heartland of California and the country. We've got walnuts here. These are English walnuts, it looks like. Anyways, these orchards are the reason we got called out here. There's a commercial beekeeper that is leasing land at an orchard, and this year the beekeeper chose to put the hives really close to the property line of the house, and swarms came out of the colonies, as they usually do, and went into one of the houses. And this is one of the biggest complaints we get in the Sacramento area for all the pollination contracts everybody has. They're all passing through Sacramento from across the country. Both 80 and Highway 50 converge in Sacramento area. So pretty much no matter where in the country you're coming from to come do your pollination contracts out west, you have to pass through us. And that leaves us with all the swarms that everybody litters around the area after they're done pollinating. Car. Typically, commercial beekeepers aren't very responsive to swarm calls, and even if they're their own bees, they don't have time. They need to get to the next step of their pollination series, getting the honey out, getting hives split, and getting colonies prepped for moving and transport. So generally, there's not a good response from commercial beekeepers on structural removals. She was able to get a hold of the beekeeper, and all he did when he came out was spray the bees. So we are about 10 minutes away. We stopped to take a little break. It's about an hour and a half drive from Sacramento. So one of two things are going to happen. We'll encounter a happy, healthy hive in the attic and we'll relocate it. Or two, we're going to encounter a hive that's been sprayed by the commercial beekeeper. And we have a second set of gloves and suit that we use for any pesticide work, because we don't want any cross-contamination between the bee suits that we're going to be wearing to go out and inspect our own colonies. So contamination is an issue. So stay tuned. So here is the walnut orchard I was looking at, and then back on this side are the grapes. You guys like wine, a lot of your wine is grown here or made here. The grapes are grown here. So this is the orchard the bees were placed for pollination. They've already moved on. And we've got some pomegranates. That'd be a nice harvest in the fall. The bees are getting in that drain hole right there. I think it's robbing bees, because there was a little bit of activity when I pulled up and now it's kind of quiet. For reference, window. The drain runs right between these two exits. You can hear the bees in the light. If you look at the ceiling, the whole ceiling's bowed out. And from there to there, it's got a curve to it. Everything else is straight and flat. So I think this colony's been sprayed by a pesticide, and it's gonna be a dead out. This little bubble is honey nectar leaking through the ceiling. They've got a little catch bucket for it. It's real light nectar, so that tells me that it's not honey, and it's exposed to the air, and it's probably fermenting. So it's gonna smell great. I think I know what to expect. A sprayed colony. I just hope they're in the attic cavity and not in the pipe. Drywall, titanium. Much prefer this tool over any saw. You can control the depth. We know there's wiring in the ceiling. And this house is an older house, old farmhouse. So who knows what else is inside of it. So being able to control the depth of your cut's essential. That is nectar. Just gonna let that drain for a few minutes. That is a lot of liquid. I think we're going to switch to our bucket. Finally. Let's see how bad this really is. Haha, caught it. It's just soaked. drain, but it's not the drain we're looking for. Bees are going in and out. What's happening back there? That was gross. So the beekeeper that had hives in the orchards had a swarm come in the house. He sprayed them. The bees died in the cavity, expelled all the nectar and water. All the nectar and water they had in their stomach got expelled and into the cavity. There's bees spread out through the entire cavity up there. We have to take off the whole attic to get all the bees out. Black mold covering everything up there. The moisture from the bees caused the mold to grow in there, and the homeowner reported a musky smell on the days following the beekeeper coming. You can even see it from here. That is definitely a spray ring from pesticide. None of the other drain holes have it. They have watermarks coming down from the center where the water comes out. But to see that's coming down the side, that's definitely a pesticide hit. The roof is brand new. There's no way water's leaking into the ceiling from that last rainstorm. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cover the hole we cut with screen. We're gonna cover the exterior of the building with screen and Gorilla Tape, and we're gonna cover the top drain. And unfortunately, that's gonna kill the bees that are inside, but we have to take off the entire bathroom ceiling to get all the bees because they are spread all throughout the entire cavity. My guess is because the queen's dead and the pesticide is repelling them from wherever the initial cluster started building comb. I didn't see where they were building comb, didn't get that far. Homeowner and I agreed to just kind of cut the losses and stop and have a remediation company take over due to the mold. How it plays out sometimes, a $5 can of bug spray ended up costing possibly tens of thousands of dollars in damage to this house. But he essentially vandalized his people's house. He's a beekeeper, he should know better. He didn't show up with any tools, no vacuum, no ladder. So you can only guess what he planned to do. So thank you for watching. Till the next time. Nice office views today.